Anyways,
Forget it's scope during.
Deputy,
class.
can you translate for me? Nous avons votre meilleur ami.
Objection, confusing.
Je suis la jeune vie.
I'm going to overrule that objection because I'm going to give Hayes the scope to do what he's doing because I know what he's doing.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I don't know what that means.
I have a question.
I'm sorry.
Could I ask him?
speak,
Massimo,
French.
do you know what
You
Google
don't speak
Translate
French,
is?
so just let me go through my notes. You said, they said, we have your best friend in French.
It said, "Lay, we have your best friend."
So it didn't say, nous avons votre meilleur ami. Because that's what it
Literally
is in
said,
French.
"Lay, we have your best friend," which it's French because it has a lay in there.
Okay.
shit!
Thank you.
It's good to
You
clarify
s-
that.
Yeah, of course, that's always important. You
It
said,
had XOXO on the bottom too, but
oh, even.
I think
Okay.
that's universal.
You left that out? That's
Oof.
important.
To clarify, you said Joe was grabbing his chest.
Yes.
Did you ask Job if he was smelling toast?
I did not. I did suspect a heart attack, but I did not ask Job directly
About
if he was smelling
strokes.
toast.
Okay. Now, Your Honor, this is gonna be a little bit difficult, but because I'm
Oh.
a novice to the whole greased pig wrestling, Deputy, do you take greased pig wrestling serious?
Of course, our family built their reputation on greased pig wrestling, counselor.
And I brought it down.
Can greased pig wrestling be a heated affair?
It can.
So, please pardon my lack of knowledge here. While I don't know how the atmosphere in a greased pig wrestling match is,
GPW, GPW,
Yeah,
GPW,
that's right.
GPW.
There's a man that's been to a
Something
greased
like
pig
that.
wrestling event right there.
So it's
I
fair
can
to
describe
say-
for a
it for
second?
you,
Yeah, please.
Did
counselor.
I?
It's a lot of peanut shells on the ground. There is a whole section of clowns. There is a pen where all the greased pigs are greased. There is a team of women that are in charge of greasing. They are scantily clad, to put it mildly. It is their job to grease the pigs. However, sometimes the source of the pigs comes into question. Who owns the pigs? Are these pigs being crippled before they enter the arena to make it
Mhm.
easier?
Razor blades on hoofs.
Oh, no.
Yes, Gary Grips we did accuse him of putting razor blades in the hoofs to slice up his competition. As you can see, there are a number of ways things could get heated in the arena. Also, every match starts with a Dolly Parton song. Yeah.
I
Jolene.
remember it. Jolene. I can't sing.
Yeah, I'm not
Jolene,
familiar.
Jolene.
Jolene.
Jolene. Jolene. Greasy.
Beautiful watch you guys come together.
Jolene.
Yeah, Dolly
All
Parton was the only
let's
thing
get
that
those
helped me
pigs out
together.
there.
Wonderful. That was amazing.
moving.
So, Deputy,
Let me use the restroom real quick, but I'm
could
gonna
it be
listen to
that
this.
sometimes they're yelling profanities during those matches?
We only yell profanities, counselor.
I forgot to
Your Honor,
ask.
may I please reenact some profanity at the pig wrestling champions?
I'll take a little drama.
It was part of the
Okay.
judging.
You son of a bitch! I'm gonna fucking kill you! You can't catch the greased up pig if it was 5 feet in front of you! You son of a bitch! And that's about how it went.
Oh,
I'll get down there
was
right
intense.
now!
Oh,
I could cover you in lard and you wouldn't be able to catch a greased up pig if it was standing still! Get him out the fucking pen!
I think we're gonna have to stop you there before you get Massimo all bricked up.
it is impressive. So, you're telling me yelling profanities and telling somebody I'm going to kill you, that happens quite often, eh?
it is part of the sport, counselor.
It's a very lucrative sport.
I'm going to hand it over to...
Some said
Over there.
Gary's word game was better than his
Okay.
ground game. There is a lot to it. It's a nuanced sport, Your Honor.
All right, what's good, Massimo? You ready for a lightning round?
Yes, counselor. Proceed.
She's gonna overwhelm
All
me.
right. As an officer of the law, you interact with aggressive criminals regularly, correct?
I am a cadet I have not had my
Scope?
fair share of
All right, as a
aggressive
cadet.
criminals yet.
Not at all.
I'll let it slide.
I would say 1 or 2 so far.
1 or 2 so far. And would you say that aggressive people are guaranteed to also be murderers?
No,
Already
I
admitted to
wouldn't
murder.
say that, counselor.
All right. Do you believe my client has ever lied to you in the 20 years that you've known him?
I do believe he has lied to me
think,
plenty, counselor. Yeah, he's a
Mrs.
liar
Jones
for sure.
asked some
100%.
pretty good questions.
All right. So you would agree that yes, he's
I
he's
think
a
Gary
habitual
Grips
liar.
already fucked
Does
himself.
that fit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what that means, but he is a liar.
I'm not
I'm
even gonna
guilty,
clarify
so
that for you.
I'm worried about it.
Do you feel like, you know, over the course of knowing him, do you feel like his success in the greased pig wrestling competitions went to his head at all?
Well, it drove him to seek out a experimental Chinese hand enlarging surgery. I mean, it made him crazy. It's all he could think about was becoming the champ. He couldn't
So-
stand to see anyone else win.
Crazy.
So would you say it is or is not correct that my client would do anything or say anything, as you said, he is a habitual liar, in his power to maintain that fame and popularity, that glory?
Yes, you would do.
I see where she's trying to get
anything,
at
say
here.
anything.
Even lie.
Super good
There's-
questions, but
He's just lying.
Of course.
too late.
Okay, perfect. Do you think, you know, referencing some of the testimony you've already given,
'Cause we're not
do you
pleading
think it would, murdering people would be
murdered.
weird?
We're doing the stereotypes. Killing.
You think that's a weird thing for someone to do?
For me, yeah. For Gary,
He says, "I'm gonna kill you" in the text message.
sounds like a Tuesday.
Okay, so for you
Massimo
saying
keeps
that
saying he
you think
wants
it would
to
be
kill this
weird, does
guy
that
like a
mean you've
million
murdered
times.
anybody?
Oh, if I wasn't with nurse.
Oh,
Oh no.
Okay, then do you agree that my client saying that that would be weird does not in any way automatically make him guilty of said?
it was the
Death.
tone, counselor.
Wasn't the
saying
question.
him saying guilty.
Know the tone, answer the
makes him
question.
guilty.
Please restate your question.
Do you then agree that my client saying that that would be weird does not in any way automatically make him guilty?
Not per se, no.
Okay, perfect. And in relation to the line of questioning by the prosecution regarding to your parents, and I'm sorry, I know this is a difficult, probably subject for you. You stated that he never told you where your parents' bones were, correct?
Correct.
And I get to
So
ask
were your
about
parents'
what
bones ever
year
recovered?
His parents were disappeared.
Not that I know of.
So no cause of death or anything,
Body no crime.
you know, scientific evidence-wise pointing to my client would be found.
Mm. I've redirect ones.
No
good, you
physical
can redirect
evidence that I
first.
can think of, just the fact that he admitted it.
Tap that knife.
All right, thank you. And in relation to Job, you handle evidence in your capacity as a police officer, correct? Well, as a
Correct.
cadet. Okay. Would you say that being in possession of evidence, as you have been multiple times now, I'm sure, automatically means you are also the creator or user of said evidence?
Possession.
And the only evidence I've had is the text messages, counselor.
All right. Do you think other officers who are handling evidence means that they are the user or the creator of said evidence?
I don't know. I'm not well versed in the system, how the evidence work. I haven't done that part of my
Thank God
training yet,
Massimo's an
counselor.
idiot.
I can't answer that with 100%
Thank you for
certainty.
being a cadet, Massimo.
All right, no further questions.
Any
Oh, is
any
it still going?
redirect?
Yeah,
Your
I have a
Honor,
redirect.
Yes, Your Honor.
Your
Okay.
Honor, moment.
Oh, hold on,
moment,
hold
please.
on.
Oh, okay. You
He,
wanna?
Yeah, our client would like
Oh.
to cross.
Can I shoot him,
Okay.
Your Honor?
You can. I'm gonna have you doing it from
Can
your
I
desk.
advise
though,
against this? Because he's just
if
gonna
this
try and
gets
get Massimo to
heated,
sue
I
him.
Yeah,
might
not a
stop
problem.
you.
Just I might
So
start
a
shooting
Massimo.
EMS. So if if they
We
keep
can
doing
do,
stupid
Do
shit.
I have to do this, Your Honor?
He's being
Oh, I
Yes.
forgot
hostile.
one question.
He has
Yeah,
the
yeah.
right
Treat us
to
hostile.
defend himself, and part of that is,
Okay.
you know, questioning the witnesses.
Okay.
So, Massimo, would you say that you've read the pig wrestling community's official rules and guidelines?
Of course, it's our Bible. You know that, Grips.
Scope.
So you say that having Chinese hand enlarging surgery was
I'm
only a
just gonna let it
loophole and
go.
was never officially
I
banned in
just
the
wanna see
rule
that
book
this
until
goes.
2001.
Yeah, they had to add it because they didn't think anyone was stupid enough to do it.
Okay. Do you remember the day in 1997?
I need a 7 brought up.
The day you won with an asterisk.
But what year was it when your uncle got fucked up?
Shame he didn't mention about Cletus.
Jesus Christ.
1995 or 96, I think.
Well, he won in 96, but then you off the judges. And then you won in 97.
You remember when
Because you
he
put
had
the
the
razor
bad
blade in
accident?
the hooves.
Oh yeah. Bet you remember that, don't you? You just tiny with your big mullet, just sitting in the stands watching your uncle catch greased up
Stop.
pigs.
Okay.
Stop.
Mr. Grips, I have given you enough leverage here. You are now
With
making
my
this
big old
personal.
Chinese black bucket hands. I got
I'm
the
gonna bring this in.
competition.
Your attorney, Andy
You
Jones, had
did
a
Your Honor,
question.
I'd like to point out that he just said, "I got the competition."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I heard him.
Thank you, Your Honor.
With my Chinese black bucket hands, of course.
Are you
Yes.
saying
God, you're
because your
making this
hands were Chinese,
really
it
hard.
wasn't you
Andy.
that did it, Grips? And that this is about the
Massimo,
Chinese and they should be on trial?
Stop.
Massimo, shh.
It's okay. Andy, when you're ready.
Massimo, since you've already established that my client is a habitual liar, do you then agree that it's possible he's lied to not just you, but other police officers?
It's impossible. He did it.
Excuse me?
It's impossible. He already admitted it. Why
You
would he
believe
lie
it's-
about it? He's gonna get the chair.
I would like to remind you that you already testified that my client has lied to you habitually over the course of 20 years.
Yeah.
And now you're saying that's impossible.
Remember that you're sworn in, Massimo.
I swore it into some spaghetti monster god. I don't know what. Fine, yes, okay. It's possible he lied.
I've sworn him into Jolene.
Okay, and since you've already established that my client's a habitual liar, not just to yourself, but potentially to many other people, including officers of the law, do you then agree that it's possible that he lied about his possession of the evidence of the knife as stated in the text messages you guys showed?
I guess. But he already
Alright.
admitted it. I don't
Thank
get
you.
this.
No further questions.
What the
I
frick?
have one, Your Honor.
Okay, one more, and then we're gonna
Yep.
cross over to redirect.
Deputy, has
think
there
he's
ever
gonna
been an
testify?
accident
I hope
where
he
a
testifies.
contestant has been trampled by a greased pig?
Maybe.
Of course. That happened in 92 and 93. They had to reinforce the gates after. It was a massacre.
Has anyone ever died from it?
Technically, no. The Grease Pig Association under reports as to keep sponsors and funding coming in. I can't tell you that there has been deaths related to. And I can tell you, much like Disney
Springhammer,
World,
make sure that's all on the record.
Disney World does not allow their patrons to die inside the theme park. And similarly for Greased Pig Wrestling, that's how it worked. So technically, no deaths.
God, if I
In
gotta
the
report
arena.
all this to Aegis, for fuck's sake.
Technically, I could be a whistleblower for them, but I enjoy the community, so I will not.
Okay, understood. Thank you.
I've got two
Redirect.
questions, Your Honor, for redirect.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's go, McReal.
Massimo, was Gary Grips Mirandized before he said what he said on interrogation?
He sure was.
Okay. And then Massimo, did Gary tell you he knew where your parents' bones were hidden?
He said he knew, and he would tell me once we were in court.
Objection asked.
That's part of the reason why I'm here.
I lied.
I have it on record several times. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm going to sustain the objection. We've got that. I know what you're doing, McReal. It's fine.
Nice, I got one.
Okay. Yeah. No further questions.
Okay, cool.
I got a successful
Massimo,
objection, and
You
that's a
may
W.
step down.
You got what I was.
Thanks for your
You
testimony
was
here
scooping when I
today.
was
It's been
pooping, and that's
great.
it.
It's been emotional.
Do the right thing.
Give him the chair! He's a murderer and a liar
That's right.
cheat! Who am I giving
You
the chair
tell him.
to? Massimo?
You tell him, Wally. You
Can you put the photo of Snake back on there? I think it would be more effective.
Okay, give me a second.
Justice for Job.
You go back over there, Massimo.
You're gonna fry today, Grips.
Oh, hey, Cross, by the way, thanks for celebrating
Yeah,
Mayfield
fucking
Monday.
Session. Closing statements.
Of course, man.
Let's
Always.
go.
I definitely, didn't accidentally use Sharpie instead of charcoal or makeup and can't get it off.
All right,
That's what I
ladies,
did.
gentlemen, non-binaries, and honorable judges.
These are tattooed, actually.
We are at the conclusion of this trial, and
I-
it's my
I'd l-
duty to
no,
address you
I'm-
one final time and
Talk when it's
for you
done.
to consider the evidence that has been provided. We have gone on this journey in the darkness, and hopefully that we have found the light that I had so hoped that we had seen through all the evidence.
Mm-hmm.
Keep this nice and short. The defense himself pleaded guilty to all charges except for
Short.
serial assaults
Can
and
I just
killings.
ask you, Sanya,
Ah.
how short? Are we talking like short,
Less than 2 minutes.
like so? You know, that's like highlight reel of Baker
TLDR?
Mayfield.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe shorter. 'Cause, you know,
Okay,
he
I can
hasn't
speak
got that
really
much of a
fast too if you want
highlight
that
reel,
instead.
right?
Bugsy Bogue short.
Awesome, fantastic.
The defense attorney himself pleaded guilty to all charges except for serial assaults and killings of
Objection.
innocents that occurred
He pleaded not guilty.
Said- except for serial assaults and killings.
Oh,
That's what I said.
well, you just you're speaking really fast. I'm sorry.
They told me to do it like a highlight reel. Don't they talk really fast in highlight reels?
you. Okay, go ahead.
Fast, but not too
Who's
fast.
that person?
That's Baker
Fast but
Mayfield,
not
Governor.
furious.
Okay.
Per request.
Oh, it's
What
Baker
the hell?
Mayfield.
Can I get his
You took
autograph?
Snake off the screen for this?
Absolutely.
Please, Mr. Mayfield, I want
Hold
your
on,
autograph.
hold
Hold
guilty.
on, there's a better picture of him. Hold on.
Please, Mr. Mayfield.
The
He's
disrespect.
not actually here, Grips. It's a
Objection.
photo.
I agree. He wasn't.
What are you doing to him?
Browns are a
Debbie,
clown,
Sanya,
but
when
let's
you're
get back,
ready,
let's get
in
back.
your
Awesome,
own
thank
time.
you.
Please cook.
The defense himself pleaded guilty to all charges except for serial assaults and killings for incidents that occurred in 1995, 1997, 2001, and 2023. The definition of serial assaults and killings goes with offense of 3 or more on separate occasions, and we have shown the premeditation. We have shown the evidence. The assaults of Chris Cross, Cletus Hickey, the murders of Mama Gossamer, Papa Gossamer, Snake,
Bebop, bebop.
Job, the 3 pig wrestling judges, and the Italian judge, who we, the SDSO, see as part of our community. Justice demands accountability. It demands that we uphold the principles upon which we were built, ensuring that those who commit such heinous crimes face those consequences. The weight of this responsibility may be heavy, but it is a burden that we all must bear to ensure that justice prevails. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Lasagna,
you,
that was
Debbie.
beautiful.
Beautiful stuff.
Your Honor, I sent you a picture that I'd like to have on the screen.
Jim,
Oh,
we
God.
just put Snake back up, please.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Your Honor. This is important.
More important than justice for my best friend.
Justice will be served, Massimo. Don't you worry
Will
about
be
that.
served.
Okay.
The f-
It's a.
It's a Chewbacca defense.
Wonderful.
What the hell?
The Chewbacca
May it please the
defense.
court,
don't
ladies
know
and
the
gentlemen of the
Chewbacca
court,
defense.
Your Honors. Before I hand
Chewbacca.
over to Andy for the second part of the closing statement, I have one thing I want you to consider. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Chewbacca. Chewbacca is a Wookiee.
Ready
the
for
planet
objection
Oh,
copy.
yeah.
Kashyyyk. But Chewbacca lives on the planet Endor.
Objection
Now
copyright.
think about it.
Overruled.
Thank
I'm
you.
overruling this. I'm overruling this. This is the greatest defense in court history.
We're gonna win
allowing
this.
this. Grace is writing notes. We're allowing this.
Yeah, I'm
Really,
taking
I
detailed
can't.
notes here.
Okay, I'm going back a little. But Chewbacca lives on the planet Endor. Now think about it. Does that make sense? Why would a Wookiee, an 8-foot tall Wookiee, want to live on Endor with a bunch of 2-foot tall Ewoks? That does not make sense.
That doesn't make any sense.
But more important, you have to ask yourself, what does this have to do with this case?
Mhm.
Nothing,
What
ladies
does
and
it?
gentlemen. It has nothing to do with this case. It
What?
does not make sense. Look
Damn,
at
we got
me.
bamboozled.
I'm a lawyer defending a pig wrestler, a greased pig wrestler.
What?
And I'm
Hey,
talking
you
about
shut your
Chewbacca.
mouth.
Does it make sense, ladies and gentlemen? I'm not making any sense. None of
Pig
this makes
wrestling
sense.
Pig wrestling is the most elite sport in history, and you know it.
Agreed.
And so you have to remember when you're in that deliberating and conjugating the Emancipation Proclamation, does it make sense? No, ladies and gentlemen, it does not make sense. if Chewbacca lives on Endor, you must acquit.
Yeah!
Wow.
What the hell? What the
We
hell?
won!
I don't know.
Chewbacca defense.
That
He
was
stole it
that
from
was
someone.
something.
I'm sorry you have
I
to
hate
follow
Star
that.
Wars.
But please
Hey,
do.
this is all a learning experience for me, okay? It's a W no matter what. All right, Your Honor, people of the court, while I understand there's an incredible amount of circumstantial evidence, the meat of this case is riding on the flimsy statements that my client made under interrogation. And even then, it has been established under oath by a close personal relation of 20 years that my client is a habitual liar, someone who's known and presumed to lie on a regular and frequent basis. It was also established under oath that my client would say anything to maintain the glory, power, and fame that he's achieved in his lifetime, mostly through these wrestling competitions. As we all know, and as has been proven throughout history, people come forward to confess to all sorts of crimes and deeds in the hopes that they'll gain fame and recognition, no matter how negative and attention-seeking it may be. My client currently, even still doing it, is still shouting and attention-grabbing throughout this entire trial itself, proving himself as someone who, no matter how bad, will seek validation through others.
She's
Your Honor.
right, Your Honor.
Thank you. Your Honor, my client did not commit these murders he's been accused of today here in court, alongside the fact that there is no physical evidence provided for a majority of the accused murders.
It's a Ponzi
Rendering-
scheme.
Rendering the charge of serial assaults and killings
It's a
inapplicable in this
pyramid
case.
scheme.
My client
this guy
is
is
simply
shut
a lying, cheating scumbag who will say anything at all for even a chance of claim to fame and to disrupt Massimo's life, but not a murderer. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Jones.
Okay.
I have some deliberation to do,
What
some
do you think?
thinking,
We got
some
this in the bag?
pondering,
Does he?
some rumination. Right,
put him
I'm going to
down.
throw the court into recess while I deliberate. I shall be back with a verdict.
It's a slime dog.
Hey, listen, you guys know that I think he's a guilty piece of shit, right?
Oh yeah, 100%. We were
Okay, cool. You know, I just gotta do
No,
this,
I-
right?
yeah, 100%.
Andy, the
Okay,
only
cool.
the only bones that we haven't found were for his parents and Snake. Everyone else, we
That's
found the
something.
bones
That's
and murder
something.
weapon for.
It's something.
Still
Okay, I
serious.
walked in and they're like, go. And
I
I
was
was
like, this is a good defense. I know it's the classic one. We'll take it. We'll let her cook a little.
like, he's a piece of shit, man. He's just, man, no, that piece of shit. No, he totally is.
We're gonna put you away.
Yeah, I didn't even have time to look at everything.
Don't let him get to you, Massimo. Hey, we're almost out of this. Literally, all you have to do is survive 2-3 more minutes.
He's
Okay.
back.
I'm back.
That was like the quickest deliberation of our life.
That's always a good sign.
I'm gonna keep note of what he says for everything to make sure we get all the right charges.
Okay.
Did I enter my courthouse and hear the dulcet tones of Reed Danclave?
Your Honor.
Reed Danclave.
Reed Danclave.
Thought I heard him.
Your Honor, I'm requesting you to come to my secret pig wrestling championship tomorrow.
Well,
Oh, it'll be at the graveyard.
About tomorrow.
Nice.
Massimo.
we know what you do with judges, Massimo. Gary. So
Wait.
I'm going to skip that. Especially Italian judges.
He didn't have a visa.
What?
And I haven't shown
I
you
don't know
mine
why you
either.
think that's okay, man. That's,
What's happening, Your Honor?
Okay. I'm back with a verdict. Okay, today we have heard some very disturbing.
Alleged disturbing.
Oh,
We're not arguing anymore.
Oh,
Yeah.
is Anita May in here?
Oh, yeah.
So, what we were left here today after Gary Grips pled guilty to 8 times first-degree murder was an assessment of serial assaults and killings. Now, there are many interpretations of this law. For example, we should all, as a community, come together and understand that Anita May is a serial killer. When she puts it in the microwave and warms it up, she's committing serial murder. But
she does do
that
that.
does not make her guilty of serial assaults and killings.
Disgusting.
if the spoon doesn't fit in the bowl, we must acquit.
Gary, I challenge you
Now.
to 10 minutes of silence, starting now.
Gary Grips,
Well, he's gonna have a lifetime
is,
of that. Well,
without
forever,
a doubt,
I guess.
some form of spree killer.
You lost.
He has killed multiple individuals.
No way.
He has followed a pattern of behavior. Yet, when we look at the legislation and the way in the penal code this charge is written.
Boo! Boo! Serial assaults and killings. Boo! Fuck this charge. Boo!
Yeah,
Agreed.
fuck it.
Agreed.
Boo!
Second
I
motion.
cannot find Mr. Grips guilty of this charge today. However,
Fine.
he has pled guilty. He has pled guilty to the 8 times first degree murders, and
What is
thus
wrong with you?
we are moving on to
Sentencing.
a
I'll
sentencing
take it.
hearing immediately
I'll
right
take it.
now. Mr. Grips has waived his right to wait a scheduled sentencing hearing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have 2 statements, one statement from the prosecution, one
Let
statement
me,
from Mr.
I'm
Grips
gonna have that
himself
ready.
in mitigation of
Yeah.
what kind of sentence he ends
Add
up.
that if he gets
having
out,
to
he said he
face.
wanted to kill
This is
Massimo's
a
fucking
capital
bloodline.
offense. Death
we
is
didn't
on the
Yeah, he
table.
wants to end the
Can we have
Gossamer
May?
bloodline.
Can we have Hayes and
Massimo, listen.
Andy
This is what's
Jones
happening,
fight
okay?
to see who
He's
gets
found
This is
guilty of it.
bullshit.
represent
No,
him on
Massimo,
this one?
this is fine for
Like a
us.
fight to the death.
He pled guilty to everything.
Not really deaf, you know.
Okay?
But not
He
really
pled
deaf.
guilty to everything. This
You know,
is a
with
sentencing
pig
hearing.
involved. Does anyone have a pig?
Now we're
Yeah, we all
going
know Andy wins
to.
that fight. We all know Andy wins that fight.
Everyone's going to make statements about why he deserves a death
Okay.
penalty, and then the judge is going to deliberate that. Okay?
So, if
Okay.
Andy Jones wishes to give a statement on Mr. Griff's behalf, we'll allow that. I don't need to hear anything from Hayes today. He jumped the shark with the Chewbacca defense. I don't know if we can go higher than that.
Can I get my bar license after this?
Yeah.
I'm going to talk to you about that after this, Andy.
You should
Hell
have
yeah.
gotten your bar license literally a year ago when you shit on people in the courtroom.
Yo, thank you so much.
Did a
I'm
great job,
ready.
former Mayor Andy Jones.
Okay,
guys.
they're ready. Prosecution, are you ready to argue for
Yes,
your
Your
sentencing?
Honor.
Okay, let's do this.
Go ahead.
Wait,
What's
hold
his
on.
designer?
Does anyone know if Kleb's awake right now? Why is he not on legal aid?
Unknown,
Sure,
Your
right.
It's been
Honor.
a week.
They're gonna say what they want your sentencing to be, and we're gonna be able to argue why that should be.
All right, Your Honor. We have heard today and a lot of times from the defendant about how he wants to end the Massimo Gossamer bloodline. He's already started and admitted to almost all of them, except for one left, and he has repeatedly made criminal threats, harassed, texted, emailed, called. Today has been sprouting nonsense about how he would like to kill Massimo. He has told us, me personally, that if he gets let out, doesn't matter how many years he's there, he will end it. He will find Massimo and kill him. I cannot sit back and let one of my deputies be hunted down by someone who is a killer, who's a murderer. Your Honor, we recognize that this is an immensely difficult decision to make. This is someone's life. It's also a painful reminder of the fragility of life, the profound consequences of one's actions. There's grief, there's anguish experienced by loved ones, and who we extend our deepest sympathies to.
Mm-hmm.
But in our pursuit of justice, we must remember that the goal of sentencing is not solely retribution, but the protection of society.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Well said.
Thank
Well
you.
put. Well put. Well put.
Incredible.
Okay, arguments
You're
in
so good up
mitigation
there.
of sentencing.
I can only do those first things.
Your client would like
I
to.
would fumble. I
argue
wouldn't
for
even be able to
himself.
read that. I would.
He
Okay,
is
wait.
more than free to. When you're
Gary's,
ready, Gary.
Gary's defending for his own
Yeah,
life right now.
This is a
Perfect.
clear
Here we go.
case of jealousy in the big wrestling community. It's been happening for over 20 years. None of anything that they say is true. Yeah, they're all just mad over the fact that I am the back greased up pig wrestling champion.
Popcorn. Mm.
And that's the only thing I have to say.
That's the only thing you have to say to me today.
Hold up, let me consult with
This is some good popcorn. Yep.
Hey, Grayson, can I ask a question?
Yeah, please do, Judge Cross.
Hey,
Could I get some?
How do you pronounce your last name? Is it Gripes?
Grips.
Grips?
Oh, no.
Do
My
you
gun's
want
ready.
to die?
Okay,
Ask
no,
him
but Your Honor,
why they call him Grip.
Nope. No,
Do you want to die? I need to know. Do you
not
want
want
to
him
die?
attacking judges.
Your Honor, I just want to say that I actually run a a cat and dog orphanage.
Jerry,
and
say
if I
no.
You are.
No,
Okay,
no,
so
no,
I'm
no.
You
I do
is
not
it
wanna
a yes
die.
or a no? Do you want
It's
to
no.
die?
But Your Honor, listen, I actually run a cat and
So
dog
you want to
orphanage.
die? Okay, got it.
No, I do not want to die. Your Honor, see, I run a cat and dog orphanage, and if I was to die, those said cat and dogs would have no one to look over them.
Well, he's going to jail regardless, so
you
somebody's
want
going
to
to
die.
give them to Emma
anyway.
Gain.
He pled guilty to
Hey, let me
everything
consult
except
with
for
my legal
serial
team one more
assaults and
time.
killings.
Yeah, make
I mean,
sure
I've
you know
been-
exactly if you want to die or not.
I've been trying to adopt a dog for like 4 months now.
We can have a whole bucket load of them, Adam.
Do y'all need food? You good?
I'm good, thank you.
I'm good.
Your Honor, I do not want to die. I do not want to die, Your Honor. I'm a changed man.
Okay,
How
what's
have you
your,
changed?
I'm going to get
What's your-
rehabilitated.
what's your best Chewbacca impression?
Objection, Your Honor.
What? Give me your best Chewbacca impression.
Relevancy, Your Honor.
Give me your best Chewbacca impression.
The Honorable
He's not
Judge
asking.
Cross is asking you. In fact,
Do it,
no, he's
Grips.
telling you. This is a judicial command. Do the goddamn Chewbacca impression.
Doesn't he like speak a different language?
Give me
I
your
don't know.
best Chewbacca impression. You know what? Hold on. Hayes, show him a Chewbacca impression.
I think I need to go.
For the courtroom.
Hey!
Hey!
My legal team.
So,
This is a
Zoe, were you
mistrial.
asking for a Chewbacca impression?
Yes,
please.
yes,
Thank
please,
you.
yes, please. Thank you. Help Hayes here.
Thank God, Jeff Price, you're here.
All right, okay, all right.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's possible.
Okay.
Pretty good.
So,
All
Your
right,
Honor.
Grips, your
Do
turn.
that.
I've heard all I need to hear. I'm gonna go
Okay, enough.
deliberate.
All right, yeah, we're good. Jesus Christ.
Oh, boy.
That
Oh,
was the
God.
worst thing I've ever
Jesus.
Hey,
heard.
Jeff, that offers. Oh,
Alright.
by the way.
We're good, guys. I think he's getting the death penalty.
I don't advise that.
I'm glad you're here.
Mr. Grips, can you
Hello,
stand
yeah.
there?
No, let's
Okay,
focus up.
officers, can I get somebody at the doors, please?
Oh.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you, Rose. Okay. Mr. Grips, I want you to understand the seriousness of what you pled guilty to here today. First-degree murder. Murder that was premeditated with intent. You intentionally ended the lives of 8 human beings, and then you pled guilty to it. And then, after multiple deliberations and multiple attempts to get you to show some form of remorse, compassion, human empathy, you failed again and again and again.
Yes, that's bad.
Mr. Grips, I am
Yes, Your Honor.
resigned to enact the totality of my power as a judge in Los Santos.
Your Honor,
And through
may I
my-
please
the-
say something?
No, not yet. You may not. You will stay quiet while I give my verdict. Through the power of the Constitution of Los Santos, I am here today on the 28th of June 2023, sentencing you to die.
Oh my
You will
God.
be put to death by the state of San Andreas.
Oh!
Wait.
Oh my
huh?
God. Justice for
Yeah.
Snake.
He's gonna die.
Justice for
So,
Snake. Job.
I am going to
Justice for
schedule
Snake and Job.
a
Woo!
death penalty execution for you today. It won't happen today. It will happen in the forthcoming days. What I need from you, Mr. Grips, is the choice of, do you want a firing squad or do you want the lethal injection? That's the last choice you get, my dude. Make it a good one.
Choose the firing squad, pussy.
Let me deliberate with my legal team.
Huh? Give him the chair and leave
I
him
choose the
square.
guillotine.
There is no guillotine.
I want to be the one to do it.
Back up a little bit.
But
Back up a little
don't do
bit.
anything to fuck this over right now, okay? 'Cause
Also,
Choose the firing squad.
I'm just
Massimo,
gonna
shut
let
the
you
fuck
know,
up. We'll talk about it
your
after.
only hope now for clemency
mayor.
is either from the mayor or the Senate.
Got it. There we go. Pretty much, you can go to the mayor and ask them to commute it to a life instead of dying.
I want to choose a firing squad.
Oh,
Fire
Okay.
squad selected.
All right.
Nice.
Your Honor, if I may,
Massimo, no.
Uh-huh.
I would like to request to be on that firing squad to
No.
give justice for
No.
Snake and Job.
The Department of Corrections arranges the firing squad.
Okay, so
Yeah,
that's
go,
not
go
a no.
bribe, go bribe DOC.
No, it's
though,
a
so-
no, Massimo. Stand down.
Thank you,
No.
Your Honor.
Okay, that is the verdict of this court. You will be remanded into the care of Bolingbroke State Penitentiary up until the time of your execution. May God have mercy on your soul.